This is Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
This is AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Alex Caruso, and I'm down to dunk.
It's like baby bottle pop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is Adam Flagler, and I'm down to dunk.
Hey, it's Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Cason Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
I can't spell Lucas. Hey, how do you spell Lucas? How do you spell Lucas?
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
This is Nikola Topic, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Dylan Jones, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
And there's probably like 50 to 75 Beanie Babies.
Give me like your top 3 Pokemon.
Brother, I can't even name.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
Sometimes the way his brain works is it leaves a lot to be desired.
This is Kenrich Williams, and I'm down to dunk.
Charmander.
Charmander.
Or are you more of a Charmeleon guy?
Charmeleon.
This is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
Schlecht. You know what it means? Yeah.
That means like bad.
It means bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, it was a good interview, so it wasn't bad.
J-Dub, year 3, and I'm down to dunk for the 3rd time. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to episode 16110 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down to dunk. I'm going to give you The Athletic for $1 for 6 months. I'm Luke! Joined this morning by Andrew.
But I got to say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Woo!
Slam through.
And Jay.
It's Jay.
No Taylor. Sleepy pee-pee.
Sleepy boy.
It's kind of a perfect spring break week for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
They took on the Philadelphia 76ers on Wednesday night, which I honestly felt a tinge of sadness.
Yeah.
For the guys playing for the Sixers. Just because I guess you're just making money playing in the NBA, so it's not really a big deal, but they just look so hapless.
Yeah.
Helpless.
And the Thunder, again, just
throttled them.
Great. Doesn't matter who's playing.
Break.
Even a healthy scratch, Alex Caruso, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was neat to see Chet by himself kind of thing, him and Wiggs just basically running the show.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting to see Chet as like the lone guy, but he only played 23 minutes.
Yeah.
He played well though.
Yeah, because they were up by 40 in the third quarter.
I just like hate to take much away from this. Like, yes, the triple double from Jay Will is very cool. It's very fun.
Mini Jokic.
The fact that he is now one of 4 players in Thunder history to have multiple triple doubles in a season is hilarious. Do you know the other 3?
Yes. Russ.
You can do this on your own. I promise you. Yes.
Russ.
Yes.
The guy who we traded last year.
Yes.
Whose name I'm forgetting.
Slob Wizard.
Yeah, Slob Wizard. And then
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey. Yeah. And then KD.
Yeah, that's it. Good job.
Good.
Shea has never gotten a triple double.
He's gonna have multiple triple doubles.
Multiple.
Which is wild, by the way, that Jay Will is now on that list.
I know.
And Shea is not, and like Dub is not.
Who's the better player?
Hard to tell.
I think you have to at least ask the question.
Hard to tell. I got a lot of Jay Will questions for the pod today about like if Jay Will played for the Nuggets, would they be contenders? If you take Jokic away, or
are these the same people that earlier on in the season when he was playing was like he's not even an NBA player?
so it's
probably
points, rebounds, and assists.
Yeah, you can any 3 categories, but it's typically done in points, rebounds, assists.
Yeah, but
what is the more impressive? What's more for me? I think if you were able to get a triple double with blocks.
The blocks is very impressive. With steals, that might be more impressive.
Yeah.
What if you just got steals, blocks,
and
assists?
That would rock.
That would rock.
But how? But if you're doing that,
you might as well get 10 points, get a quadruple double.
But get
the easy point. Get the easy.
You do them all. Points. Get a quintuple double?
Yeah,
quintuple
double. Tim Duncan had a quadruple double.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all. Wow.
with blocks. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Jay Will looks really good. Like Mark always talks about, I think he calls it like the invisible work or something that players do that like people don't get to see. And Jay Will has clearly been working on his game because he's just a much better player. Like he had a season where he played a ton and he didn't look like this.
No.
So it's cool to see him continuing to improve. I mean, he's their third big man. There'll be series probably where he doesn't play at all in the playoffs, and there'll be series where they do need him. But it's nice to have like one of the best third bigs in the NBA and a guy that is, whether he's playing or not, he's 100% engaged and is like really bringing it like on the bench as just like a hype guy. So it's just nice to have somebody like that. I think that Jay Will is a guy that is likely to be on the Thunder for a very long time, and is a guy that is going to like be like Nick Collison-esque by the end of this run.
Unless he would choose on his own to try and be a more significant piece somewhere else.
Does he need his own team?
Right.
That's right.
What would a Jay Will led team look like? I don't know. It's worth exploring.
Daryl Morey might want to trade for him after that game.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He was very good. Wiggs had 26 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists.
The problem is going to be that someone is going to eventually come and want to overpay all our role players like that.
Some of them definitely will go. I just know that.
That's
the Thunder went out of their way to make sure that Nick Collison stayed on the team.
Yeah,
and I can see Jay Will being one of those guys.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you just can't do that for everyone.
You definitely can't.
No, but that's why it makes it even crazier that they got Wiggs and Joe on such team-friendly contracts.
Wiggins' contract,
it's insane.
Is so crazy.
A descending contract.
Let's just read it for fun.
For somebody that is like evolving into maybe the 6th man on this team.
Yeah. I mean, and he's had
in
ups
4
and
years
downs,
they'd be making $9 million.
I think he's
so he makes 10 and a half this season, 9.6 and 25-26, 8.8 and 26-27.
Oh my gosh.
In 27-28, he's 7.9 and then the same 7.9.
So
in 28-29.
So he's just has like, we have him on the best contract in the NBA.
I think it will be. I think by the time we get to like the 26-27 season, I think he continues to improve. He's another guy. He's 26 years old. He just entered his prime. He's going to get better as he gets stronger. And once we enter that 26-27 season, and I do believe what Jay said, that he's going to be the 6th man of this team, that it'll be viewed as the best contract in the NBA by far.
Well, that's just what's. Having him on that contract sets us up for the next 4 years.
Having him and Joe on affordable contracts, because this team, what is it, 2 years from now is going to balloon?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, they've prepared themselves for that moment.
Yeah.
They've been preparing themselves for it. They had payroll slash, like the most expensive thing about any NBA team is their payroll. And so they slashed payroll during the tanking seasons. They haven't paid the tax since Paul George was here. And another thing that's like, a lot of people want to like draw lines from like the Celtics sale to the Thunder in some ways, but like the real way that you can do it is expansion is going to happen. And when expansion happens, every team gets a balloon payment for these expansion teams that come in. And so not only have they saved a ton of money, they're making money right now. They're going to get a ton of money from these expansion teams. And so like it is the perfect time. And Sam and his people have prepared it this way. Obviously, like it's like lining up so perfectly that like, yes, like the intent, there's so much intention behind everything they do, but the expansion I think is going to help them be able to keep this team together too, as well as the new arena is going to help them keep this team together. Yeah. So like everything is lining up for them and it's going to be all on the players now. Like the Thunder have planned for this team to be good, and they want to pay for this team. A lot of people call the Thunder cheap, but like look at those Russ and PG teams. They were one of like the highest payrolls in the NBA.
I think it's an old narrative. That's the old James Harden narrative.
So it is, and they're prepared. They're prepared to pay, I think, and I think that they you clearly have a championship contender for a long
I was
time.
about to say, it would also help if they win.
If they win,
like pay it all.
It's almost
Definitely.
like Sam Presti is smart and good at his job.
it's almost like that.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, the thing that's
good work.
I don't think we even. The funny thing about this is, like, the Thunder are the best team in the West. Like, the West is crazy right now, except for the bad teams in the Thunder. Because you look at the standings every 2 days.
It changes.
And
Is Houston still in second right now?
It's terrifying. Yeah, Houston's in second, but they're up 1 game on the Nuggets.
And then probably a game and a half over.
Yeah, a game and a half above the Lakers. The Grizzlies are only 500 in their last 10. They've really struggled, but who
That's
knows
'cause
where
they're
this is
not
going to
good.
end up. They are frauds. The most fraudulent team in the West, I believe. The Thunder are just scratching the surface. They're at 57-12, and they are just scratching the surface of who they can be this year. Because their guys aren't even in their overlapping primes yet. This is something that we've talked about on this show for years, is that when they hit their overlapping primes, that's when this team is going to take off. J-Dub is 23.
It's crazy.
Chet is 22. Like, we're not... This is great, and I want everyone to enjoy this a lot, but this is just the beginning of something that's going to be even better. And also the draft picks haven't even like really hit as hard as they could, and I think they will in the future. I just don't know that people quite grasp that this is the, as long as these guys want to stay together, which is like a pretty big caveat, but as long as these guys want to stay together, this will be the team of the next decade. Like that is like what we're in line for.
Yeah.
And it's because of the age of these guys. I think it's because of the work that Sam has done. I think it's because of the people they brought in. And I think it's because they have seriously one of the best coaching staffs in the NBA. Anyways, I don't know how I got off.
Which is funny. You say that. So go ahead.
See you in 2035.
See you in 2035. You said this. The coaching staff thing is kind of funny to me because, excuse me, I remember when Mark was hired and then kind of cobbled together what we thought at that time was like cobbled together a coaching staff. I was like, these dudes are just a bunch of guys off the scrap heap.
I know.
Young guys that aren't proven. And, you know, like this isn't going to be the coaching staff that's going to be here whenever they really ascend to the level that they can or whatever. Right. And then we're like, actually, they just nailed every hire.
It is, and I don't think the Thunder, when they brought in Mark to be the head coach, were like, you know what, this guy's going to be the coach of the future. I'm sure the thought was, you know what, this guy just wakes up thinking about player development, and like that's what we need right now. And that when they got to this point, that, you know, maybe we have to go find like a coach to coach like a good team, you know. But like Mark is the guy. Like they've had, you know, Eric Maynor is like a big part of the coaching staff. Obviously Mike Wilkes, who's also been around and was a Thunder player too. Grant Gibbs, Dave Bliss has been around for a while, and they brought in Chip England. And this was a question from Ryland Stiles to Jay Will, but when you hear about Chip England's impact, I mean, there's been an impact on Jay Will with his like non-dip threes where the ball hits his hands. And
he's hit a couple of those, like those old Anthony Morrow ones.
Yeah, like Anthony Morrow's it from the corner.
Yep.
And like he's like, yeah, that's like Chip, like working with me.
That's tight.
And so Chip is somebody that I don't think that we need to overemphasize his impact on the Thunder, but I
don't know if they're going to be. I think they're probably not even close to this good if he's not here. If it wasn't for Chip, I don't even know if we'd have a franchise.
Is Shea the MVP?
I don't think so. I don't even know if he's here.
Mike Hollum.
Yeah. Check out our pod.
My golem.
But yeah, I mean, they've just nailed everything with this rebuild. Like almost
it's crazy.
Every single thing.
Yep. There are a couple developments this week that I feel like also on kind of a larger level for the Thunder's chances this year have been impactful. The first thing for me, this is just kind of a fun aside, the Cavs have dropped 3 in a row. And so the Thunder are now the number one in the entire NBA.
Number one.
So if the playoffs started today, Andrew,
hey, that would be weird, but who knows?
They would have home court advantage all the way throughout the playoffs.
Three in a row. 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play when you get out of the East. Because that's what happened. They lost to the Clippers. They lost to the Kings. Who's the third loss to? Oh, the first one was the Magic.
Dude, and then the Kings lose to the Bulls last night.
Yeah, on a Kevin Herter revenge game.
Did you see the clip of him saying that it like really was about revenge?
Oh no, I love that. Yeah. He went off, man. It was best game of the year. That was probably fun for Kings fans to enjoy. But so that happens. The Cavs dropped 3 in a row. The second thing that happens, and I missed this, you probably were aware of this, but the Thunder are now, they've clinched the entire conference. So guaranteed.
Get the graphics ready.
Clinched. So put the banner up, clinched with like however many games left in the season. So that's the second thing. The third thing that I thought, ooh.
How many things you got?
This is 3.
Okay.
The third and last thing.
There's going to be 4.
It was a moment in the Warriors week that I thought was pertinent to Oklahoma City. And we had mentioned this, and I think it was actually Alex and Andrew that had mentioned this earlier in I'd say the last month, is you look at all of these teams jockeying for position 2 through 6, really 2 through 8, and all of them are having to exert an immense amount of effort to get to a position or a place that they want to be.
Yep.
Well, what's happening is almost all of these teams and all of these players that are really pushing are some old dudes.
Yeah.
So this week, the Warriors, they ended up losing, and it came out, and basically Steve Kerr, Jimmy Butler, everybody's just like, yeah, Steph's exhausted.
Yeah.
Like exhausted. It's like, well, that's not really where you want to be heading into the playoffs.
That's where we want them.
LeBron James obviously is out at this point, which is, kind of silver lining a little bit, is he's getting some rest, even though he's going to have to recover and ramp back up. But Luka's not in game shape enough to be carrying a team like this for much longer without him starting to break down a little bit.
Yeah.
That calf, who knows if that could become a problem. Mm-hmm. And then you have the Nuggets, who have intentionally been pulling, like sitting Jokic and sitting different guys, which, does it hurt his MVP chances?
It should.
It should.
Definitely should.
Yeah. So anyway, I just think that the development or not the development, but the way we've seen some of these guys breaking down heading into the final, couple weeks of the season, going into playoffs, like that's pretty encouraging. If you look at the way the Thunder, here's a value of playing as well as you have and having the lead that you have, is the Thunder can be strategic about sitting and resting their guys.
Yeah.
I actually still believe, I hope they sit Shea tonight too.
Trying to get
I don't
us
know if the injury
investigated?
reports come out.
Trying to get us investigated?
Get us investigated?
Come on, man.
God, that investigation is so dumb.
We're in the middle of an investigation.
I don't think I've gotten to talk about it, but it's the dumbest thing. Yeah. It is the dumbest thing. This is supposed to be for like tanking. And
the Jazz. It's supposed to be for the Jazz.
Like,
and the
don't
Wizards.
Do this. It's so stupid. And you look across the league, like you said, the Nuggets are doing this. They did this the other night where they rested Jokic and Christian Brown and Murray. What are we doing? Like, what are they? Here's the deal: is like the league doesn't really know what they're doing when it comes to this player participation policy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that the Thunder have been wrapped up in this thing. I haven't heard about the results of it. It hasn't been reported.
You think it's a little saber rattling?
I know the results.
If you will, a little bit of, we're investigating, so stop doing this kind of thing.
It could be. It could be.
How many $100,000 fines would you take to have a well-rested Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for the playoffs? All of them?
As many as you need. Because like the important thing for the Thunder is to have these guys healthy and ready for the
postseason. Yeah, and you could see it at the end of the Bucks game. He was fading.
Yeah.
He still was great, but he was fading.
Yeah. He needs
Also, that
to
little
go
East Coast
rest.
trip was pretty,
Dude, that was
like, under the radar dominant.
insanely impressive. To beat the Celtics on national TV was honestly kind of shocking. I thought, okay, they might lose 2 in a row here. And then you have to go play the Pistons on the road, and they completely unraveled, as did JB Bickerstaff after the game. It's like, dude, like there are the funny thing about all of these coaches getting upset about the Thunder is that there's no data to back up anything they're saying.
Yeah.
There's none. Like they just get mad because I think it's honestly because of the stuff we were talking about earlier with the Thunder being so dominant. I think they don't know what to do.
No.
There's no data to back up what these guys are saying or what they're so mad about. Like Cade, if Cade didn't want to get tossed,
Stop talking.
don't freak out like you did. Talking about how they're disrespected. What?
Also, you got one technical. Just walk away.
Yeah, what are you doing? Anyways, that was an impressive road
Especially
trip.
on the fact that wasn't the Cade first technical on like a missed. Oh, it was like it wasn't on the floor or it was something. Like it wasn't even a major call.
Yeah.
It was just something where the ref messed up and he used it as an excuse to kind of continue to badger him.
And I get like some of the frustration where like they reviewed a call that shouldn't have been reviewed, and like that is an NBA wide problem where there are too many things that are reviewed and that have to go
And
to
they'll fix it. They normally fix it.
They need to fix it. It's bad. It takes up too much time. It's annoying to the players. I know it's annoying to me as I'm watching these games. There's too many things that are reviewed. It's ridiculous. But you have to not do that if you're Cade Cunningham. I mean, that was ridiculous. But yeah, that road trip was impressive. Honestly, I would have said 2-1 would be like a really good result of that road trip because like the Celtics, Pistons, and Bucks are good teams. And the Thunder just took care of all of them.
Well, and that's what, even when we did the...
Without J-Dub, too. Like, I don't feel like that's been said enough, is that was all done without who their second best player has been and an all-star. Not in the lineup.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not to mention the defensive intensity that he brings, like not even the scoring punch, but just the whole round of his game, like the roundedness of his game. But
totally.
Yeah, and even on the FriPod last week, I was talking to Alex and just like, all right, throw out, what do you think? Like, there's no way they're going to win both of these games.
Yeah.
So which one are they going to lose? Which one, how are they going to finish it? But 1-1, I think, is what we all kind of assumed.
Yeah.
And they just ran over the Bucks.
Yeah, they had no chance.
We rock.
Which felt really good. I like stomping them twice.
I know.
After that game that didn't exist.
Iheart was so good in that game.
Oh, yeah.
He is so good.
So good.
It's wild. Okay, I have a couple things.
Let's go.
A couple things. One, I just want to thank Alex Spears for hosting the podcast.
Shout out.
I was out of town. It means a ton to me to be able to step away from the pod and
Get this nice tan. Oh, yeah.
Get to spend some time with my family.
Oh,
Get to
yeah.
recharge a little bit before the playoffs. And know that it's like in good hands too. Like I didn't worry about it for 1 second. So
Strong hands.
Very, very grateful for that. Also, shout out to listener and friend of the pod, Andrew Heaney, for giving us tickets to a spring training game in Bradenton, Florida, which was super fun. My kids loved it. Archie got this really cool Pittsburgh Pirates hat there that hasn't stopped wearing since we were at the game. So very cool. The other thing that I wanted to address is it's tournament time. You guys fill out a bracket?
I filled out 2 brackets, one for my son, and then one for my wife.
You didn't fill out one for yourself.
No, I don't care.
I
mean, but both of those were influenced by me.
Wow.
I'm going. I filled one out against my will. I'm going on a bachelor party, and I filled one out because it's everyone for the bachelor party didn't. Didn't want to set the tone that I'm the stinker, no fun man of the bachelor party by not filling one out.
Wow.
So I filled one out. Could not tell you what I picked.
Where's your bachelor party?
San Diego.
Ooh.
San Diego. I've never been.
No, heard it's great. You going to Coronado Island?
I don't know.
What's a place there?
I have
talk about?
no idea of the plans.
You showing up.
I'm just showing up. and that's it.
But you filled out the bracket.
Filled out the bracket.
Yeah, I did 2 different ones. Same champion in both brackets.
Who'd you pick? Duke?
Yeah. How would you not?
I picked Florida.
That's
But
who they
I
played in
know
the championship.
nothing.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Nothing.
So yesterday we were at the orthodontist getting my son's braces off. So congrats to my son.
Really?
I know. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. What a day. What a day.
Teeth
Big
feel
day.
slimy.
They did.
They do.
And totally lost my train of thought. So he got invited by some of the friends in the youth group to do a bracket. Of course, it's like 45 minutes before the beginning of the games, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, I got to do this." And I'm like, "Huh." So we pull up the ESPN app, and I add a bracket and let him go through it. It was just like, "Hey, I need to watch a video on this first." It's like, no. It's like, number one, you're not going to learn everything. Like, just
And it won't help you.
it's
at
like
all.
you could almost like mostly pick your high seeds and then just close your eyes and pick,
dude.
half a dozen upsets.
Upsets. You just gotta get those upsets.
So we nailed the McNeese State one.
Did you McNeese? Nice.
Which the reason I picked that
McNoise.
the reason I picked that one, I don't know if you've seen this at all, but their equipment manager is a whole vibe. The equipment manager has a boombox wrapped around his neck, and he plays a song, and the whole team will come walking down the kind of entryway. You have to. It's amazing to watch this.
Okay,
Anyway,
I gotta
but
watch this.
so McNeese State, and then we picked. There's another one I picked. We picked Kansas to lose. Creighton, maybe.
Creighton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Nice.
I got that, but Duke's going all the way. Come on, Cooper Flag.
Sure. I don't know.
Sure. Who knows? Who knows?
I also couldn't pick. I wanted, I could have almost picked like a all SEC Final Four.
Oh wow.
Like they're like you have Auburn, Florida, Tennessee, Alabama. Those are 4 really good teams.
Yeah.
They might be.
Or might not be.
Arden picked OU to go all the way.
Who did?
Arden.
Oh,
I said, you know what, son?
I picked them to lose today.
That's bold.
That is bold. They're playing UConn round 1, baby.
I know. I picked OU to lose in round 1. Okay.
You're racing a Sooner fan? Dang, dude.
He didn't know what he's doing.
Stoops Troops, man. He's a young Stoop Troop.
Ran around the condo screaming Stoops Troops.
He made his choice.
I know.
Dang.
I know.
It hurts, man.
It hurts.
And a house full of pokes, huh?
That's right.
It's sad. I just thought we could talk about how far some of the Thunder players went in the tournament.
Ooh.
You guys know this?
I don't know
any of it. Let's figure this. Is it a game or are you just telling
Yeah,
us?
it's a game. How far did each player go in the tournament? Don't look. Okay. We'll start with Alex Dukas.
Don't even know who he played for.
Duke man. Oh yeah, you have to tell me who he played for. Who he played for.
I have no idea.
And then how far they went in the tournament.
I don't know. I don't know any of it. I'll know some, but I
he
don't
went
know his.
to St. Mary's.
Okay.
And he
Sweet 16.
Elite 8.
Lost in round 1. Okay. AJ Mitchell.
AJ Mitchell. Okay, hold on.
An answer can also be that he didn't make the tournament.
So Santa Clara is J-Dub.
Mm-hmm.
AJ, golly, what is the name of the team? It's a West Coast team.
Yes.
Oh, this is so bad.
University of California. UC.
Santa Barbara?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, Jay.
This is one.
One, did he ever make the tournament? And if he did, how far did he go?
They got to the round of 32. Second round.
Luke?
I kind of saw this one, so I can't answer.
Just answer it.
No, I can't because I don't want to get it wrong, even though I saw it.
Never made the tournament?
No, he did. I don't want to answer.
Okay. Lost in round 1. His sophomore year. Didn't make it his freshman or junior year. Aaron Wiggins.
Maryland.
Very good.
Lost in the first round.
Sweet 16.
Lost in round 2.
Oh,
and his freshman year and his junior year.
We bookended it.
That's right. I get the point, though.
Sure. Okay. SGA.
Kentucky. I don't remember those teams being that good. I think they lost.
Sweet 16.
No, I
guess.
do remember this. I think they lost. in the first round.
Sweet 16 is correct. On that.
That's 2-0.
Very good.
You don't get a point for the first one.
I'm giving myself points over here.
Lugan Stort.
Didn't make it.
Arizona State
Arizona State.
Didn't make the tournament.
lost in round 1.
Lost in round 1. Very good, Jay.
That's a point for you now.
Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe went to Arkansas.
Arkansas. Pig Suey.
Woo. I actually think they won the first round, lost in the second round.
He didn't ever make it.
Wow.
Jay Will.
You didn't even answer.
I know. I don't care.
Arkansas as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet 16.
Oh, it's hard not to look.
Stop looking.
The answer's right there. How does Taylor do this?
I don't know. It's so far away from me.
I know. I can't really read that.
Jay
do
will.
Do I need glasses?
Arkansas, what round?
Second round.
Went to the Elite Eight.
Wow.
I actually remember Jay Will because he was like the charge guy.
Did you answer?
Who'd they lose to? I said 16.
So
They ended up losing to Gonzaga.
his freshman year,
Yeah.
he lost to Baylor. His sophomore year, they lost to Duke.
They beat Gonzaga.
That's right. I was going to be part of the trivia later.
They beat Gonzaga.
Yep.
Drew Timmy.
Drew Timmy.
Oh, that wasn't Chet. Was that Chet? It may have been Chet.
We'll talk about it here in a little bit. J-Dub.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
Sweet 16.
Lost in the first round.
Never made the tourney.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yep. Cason Wallace.
Kentucky. I'll just keep saying lost in the first round.
Okay.
Sweet 16.
Lost in round 2. Kenrich Williams.
Oh, I get those points. Kenrich played at TCU.
He did.
Never made the tournament.
Round 2.
Lost in round 1 his junior year. Didn't make it freshman or sophomore year.
Dang it.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Hart didn't play in college. Did he?
Good. Yeah.
He's in Germany.
Yeah. You got it. Good job.
Deutschland.
Deutschland.
That's a point.
Alex Caruso.
Caruso played at Texas A&M.
He did.
Second round.
I want to say they made it to the Sweet 16.
They did. His junior year. Didn't make it freshman or sophomore year. And junior year, who did they lose to in the Sweet 16?
Oh, gosh. This is North Carolina?
They lost to OU in the Sweet 16.
Was that Buddy Hield?
It must have been.
It was like the last time they've been good?
It must have been.
Yeah, it was Buddy Hield.
Yep.
Troops.
Had to have been.
Adam Flagler.
No idea where Flagler went to college.
I could begin to tell you.
Can you give me like a conference? Or is it like an FCS school? Or is it
Big 12.
Oh gosh.
This is sad that you didn't know this.
Is he from like Kansas State?
You have a guess?
No, I don't. I have no idea.
No guess. Baylor. He went to Baylor.
Oh yeah.
The Bear.
But he wasn't with those squads with like Davion Mitchell and Jared Butler. He wasn't that old. Like he didn't win a championship with them, did he?
This is your time to guess.
Won a championship?
Third round.
He did win a championship his
Wow.
freshman year. Yep. As the number 1 seed. Lost in the second round his sophomore year. Lost in the second round his junior year. Chet.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Played 1 year. Lost in the Sweet 16 to Arkansas.
Lost in the Sweet 16 to Arkansas. That's right. To Jay Will.
Wow.
I set that all up for myself.
Anyways, I was on the plane yesterday and bought the $8 Wi-Fi and decided to do that. So
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite March Madness memory?
I mean, when the Cowboys went to the Final Four, like I remember that very well.
The John Lucas one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that very, very well. Like that was very, very fun.
Well, they beat Delonte West and Jameer Nelson.
Yeah.
What was that, St. John's?
St. John's. Yeah.
They beat them in the Elite Eight, right? And John Lucas hit that 3-pointer.
St. Joe's.
St. Joe's. That was a neat experience. Like I'm not an OSU fan per se, but you know, like I'm smart enough to be like, hey, just pull for a Big 12 team, right? Like why not at that point?
Yeah.
And I remember in '95, when Big Country took the Pokes to the Final Four as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
Buddy Hield had a great tournament that year that we were talking about, and that's one of the reasons I think I remember. I don't remember the beating A&M, but it's been so long since I've really gotten into college basketball, just because when the NBA came to town, it was like, why would I watch college basketball?
And also both teams have
tanked at the exact same
bad.
time. Yeah.
Have been so bad.
Tanking.
Yeah.
Tanking and don't realize, like, wait, we don't get a draft pick?
Well, dude, I'm telling you, you would talk about a sport that has been just massively changed by transfer portal and NIL.
It's
like just so think about it. So in football, if you lose 12 to 15 guys, it hurts, but you have a 60-person roster.
Yeah, you figure it out.
It's like, so OU this season, you have Jeremiah Fears. So this is what's crazy. I'm not even paying attention this much, but I've watched enough OU to be disappointed by some of the way they lose.
Watched enough to be
the
disappointed.
Kid, they got beat twice by Kentucky on last second shots by a kid that just transferred out of their school last year.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like, if Jeremiah Fears, which I actually, especially after reading Sam Vecini's thing, like, I don't know, if you're an OU fan, you've watched him, he's so inconsistent, so young.
Yeah.
Like, I would take another year in college. But unless OU can pony up $1.5 million in their very mediocre basketball program to keep him there, he's going to go play it. Why wouldn't you go play at Duke or go play at Arkansas or go play at name a school that would pay you whatever you want to come and play there?
But if you're going to go in round one, you just go to the NBA.
Just go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Because what you do is you limit yourself on the back end. It's not really about that next year.
Yeah.
It's about the earning potential that you have later
Plus,
in your career.
Yeah.
That you want to get to that second contract as fast as you can if you're going to be really good.
Plus, if you need development, like, why not try to develop an NBA where that's all you have to do?
Yeah.
But think about, so just a strange thing in the NCAA. So two of the top five picks in this year's draft both went and played for Rutgers. Not even in the tournament.
Not even in the tournament. That team stinks.
The number one player in the draft next year is going to BYU.
Yeah.
Just highest bidder.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And why wouldn't those kids
it's
do that?
no hate on the guys making those choices. It makes sense, but I'm like, it's hard to be a college basketball fan, especially if you're an OU fan. Like, there's so many things working against your program. Like, number one, the worst arena in maybe all of college sports. And
aren't they getting a new one?
They're trying to, but it's I think it's 5 years away that they're going to do that. They'll be through 3 coaches and 1 tournament appearance in that time. So
in the tourney now, and Arden really believes in him. So
he does,
man.
Maybe he knows.
He knows.
Really, really believes in him.
But
all right, let's do the belt, and then we'll take a quick break. So, the last time that we did the belt, it was we were betting on the Blazers game for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Luke thought the Blazers would win by 8. Jay thought the Thunder would win by 1. I thought the Blazers would win by 4, and Taylor thought they'd win by 6. So Taylor wins the belt, and he's not even here.
Taylor. He's dreaming.
That is classic Tayshaun.
He's also not even text us. Like, he is
he okay?
fast asleep.
He's asleep.
I mean, it's 7:30 now.
Sleepy pee-pee.
He's got a job. You think he's just rushing around?
Probably.
Well, lost the belt. Okay.
Break.
We need to pick a belt game this week.
We got to pick a belt game.
Oh, okay.
Man.
Okay.
So the Thunder play the Clippers Saturday? No, Sunday. So they play the Hornets tonight, Hornets tonight, Clippers Sunday. It's a late tip on Sunday night, which I kind of really like, actually. Those late.
Do you like that?
Late Sunday nights are great.
Really?
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock, not too bad. I was on the East Coast, the absolute most terrible coast to watch NBA basketball.
So
I don't know how
late.
people do it. Shout out to S. I don't know how he does it.
They just don't sleep.
It's terrible. It's horrible.
Are you saying West Coast is the best coast?
It is by far the best coast.
Wow.
Especially if it's
to
like,
watch basketball.
Especially if it's your job. Because games start at 4 o'clock and then you're done at 10 o'clock.
Do all your like Dave DeFore?
Dave is in like the LA-ish area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of those Xena
is in San Fran.
The other guy?
S is in Toronto.
S. Okay, S.
Yeah. S is great.
What is today's
He's
date?
great. It's the 21st.
21st?
It's my cousin Joey's birthday. Shout out to Joey. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Joey.
Happy birthday.
It Happy birthday, you
Happy
big,
birthday, Dion.
you big bitch.
Okay, let's pick a.
So you have the Clippers, the Kings, and the Grizz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
We're playing the
Grizz.
Grizz again.
Should we do the Grizz?
Do the Grizz.
Grizz game, home game. I should be there.
I think we will beat them by 25 points.
Whoa. Okay.
A home game. I'm going to pick the Thunder by
25 is what you said.
25 points.
That's not crazy.
I know.
Isn't that how wild this season is? It's like 25. I mean, I don't know.
Last time I didn't believe him.
That's probably roughly an average of how much they beat them by
I
this.
mean, they
year
literally
so far.
have the best net rating ever. So,
Well, and the best point differential ever
Whatever
as well.
you wanna say.
12.6.
yeah, whatever you want to
I'll take the Thunder by 13.
Okay, I'll go Thunder by 15.
Taylor will take the Thunder by 45.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, let's take a quick break, and then we will do a deep dive and answer some Twitter questions. And we're back.
And we're back.
After that quick break. Now it's time for do you want this music or you want to just
No, I don't need music there
Okay.
because I'm going to be playing.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay.
Neither of you guys are on TikTok, correct?
I have a TikTok account
I'm
and I
not.
will use it sporadically, but I do not like sit and scroll TikTok. No.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, I'm on it. And the thing that has been happening lately that you guys would not know of because it's a pretty recent thing. It's been invading my algorithm really in like the past 2 days.
Yeah.
People on TikTok, kids, I assume, are making songs about LeBron James. Like popular songs with new lyrics about LeBron James.
About LeBron James.
I think that these songs are making fun of LeBron James, but I really can't tell.
Oh.
They because they're saying like it's a slang like they're it's like glaze that they're saying, which is like giving someone like
too much praise.
Too much praise. Yes. Like you don't really mean.
Yeah.
And so I think they're making fun of him. I sent my friend, so I had a place to keep all these so I could find them and play them.
Yeah.
I sent him 6 or 7 of these. And I was like, I'm sorry about these, but I want you guys to listen to some of them. I went insane. I listened to so many of these. And I do think they're funny, and I hope you guys do too. Okay, here's one. He's ranking them. Hold on, that's not it. They're all just songs about popular songs remade for LeBron James.
LeBron. Wow.
And they are.
Is that what TikTok is?
Pretty much. Okay. Now, but then I found these are now it's my entire algorithm. Listen to this one. It's very, very funny. And then hold on.
His Gatorade lips.
Yes.
Oh god.
Hilarious. I've listened to so
Is your buddy
many
just like
of these.
please
I told
stop?
him, I was like, hey, you don't have to watch these. I just need a place to put them so I can find them all.
You can send them to yourself.
Well, can you? You can send yourself text messages?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah, all the time. I mean, I do
For
it
memories or like names or
done that.
things.
all the time.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I made my own.
You did.
I have one. But hold on. This is the last one. I think I found this one. I think I liked it. Let me see if it's good. I really like that one.
That's a good one.
That's you?
No, that's not me.
I was like, well
No.
done, dude.
I made one. No, I didn't.
That is
give
really
that
good.
much time, but I made one and I can do it real quick.
Oh,
Just the
yeah.
lyrics.
and it is.
LeBron's
And I searched to make sure it didn't exist because I didn't want to like do this since like someone's already done it. It is because like they're all like have LeBron in the name of the song.
Yeah.
So this is it's Chalk LeBron Rain. Chocolate Rain. About LeBron.
I knew.
We're ready.
I caught it.
Here we go. LeBron James. Pass from Doncic and a 3 is made. LeBron James. Lakers jersey in which he does play. LeBron James. Greatest player, better than MJ. LeBron James. Watch him play and you will see the light. LeBron James. Baby boy named Bronny, who he made.
Well done.
Pretty good. But I'm just telling you, listen to any song and you can make a LeBron. Listen to any song out there, you can make a LeBron song.
Oh man,
No,
that was really funny.
It's going to taint music for me for probably a day or two.
I'm telling you,
it's so funny that you picked "Chocolate Rain" as your song.
I woke up
and you nailed it.
I woke
it
up
was
this
very
morning
good.
and I was just like, "Chocolate Rain," LeBron James.
You wrote that this morning?
Yes. Wow. Literally, I was behind you at the gate typing it.
Seriously?
Yes,
dude, that was amazing.
I just
Very well
But
done.
I'm just telling you,
LeBron's
now that I've looked at so many on TikTok,
It's all you think about.
Well, no, it's all that comes up on my TikTok is LeBron James songs, and a lot of them talk about comparing him to MJ.
Yeah.
That's a very good one. God, they didn't even do the best one. It's no, it did play it. Man in the Mirror, Man in the Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just telling you, it's very funny. I really like it. So that's my deep dive.
I love that. That's one of the best deep dives ever, honestly. That was
I
amazing.
cannot wait for the edit and cut.
It's gonna be good.
We're gonna get that one via text message later.
I'm just telling you, God, they're so funny.
That is amazing. Okay, let's do some Twitter questions.
Twitter questions. You got questions and you ask them on Twitter. Now we answer them for you. This is Twitter questions. Now let's get down to it. Twitter questions. Our first Twitter question comes from @AndreasRov77474, who wants to know, does Mark ever get angry with the players? He always seems composed, and if he's angry, it is against the official. Does he yell at practice? Can he get angry with Shea? Simply put, does he have other feelings than squint emotion?
I mean, absolutely. Yes, to all of these things. I mean, I don't go to practice, but like you talk to people and like he's like every other coach, you know.
But what do you see? So when I know you can't sit there as much anymore, but is he yelling at players?
He not as much in game. We've seen it some. He doesn't use like he clearly isn't like in game like yelling at guys to do particular things. Like he's calling out plays, he's calling out different actions. They'll talk in timeouts, but like he's not yelling at guys. Like I think he does like a lot of his work in practice.
And it also feels like he shames them with super aggressive timeout taking.
Yes.
Like if you mess up on defense, he'll call the quickest, angriest timeout possible. But he won't even say anything.
No.
He'll call the timeout and then walk out to like the free throw line to meet with the coaches.
He walks to midcourt.
So you know.
Yeah, you know.
You're going like whenever your dad gave you the silent treatment, you know.
He's an expert at the silent treatment. No, but I mean
he's so funny. He is so funny to me.
Dude. I badly want him to come on this show.
Off season pod.
Badly.
He owes it to you
to be on this show. Because
hey, listen, Thunder people, if you're listening to us, get Mark on the pod. He's a dunker at heart.
It's like one of my dreams is to have like an hour-long conversation with Mark on this show.
I think he's hilarious.
He's so funny. And he's genuinely one of like the most likable people that you'd ever meet.
The permanent sub thing. We didn't talk about it on the FriPod because you all did a great job on the Wednesday thing, but his matter of factness of just acting like everybody else is dumb in the room for not knowing the permanent
sub.
It's like, yeah, it's permanent sub. It's just what we do. Jokic gets it quick, moves the ball, so we just permanent sub. It's like, what?
It's so funny. Dude, it's so good. The permanent sub thing, it is one of my favorite things he's ever done. Because it's just so wacky. It's just
he's phenomenal, man.
He's great. He does have emotions.
Most of the time directed at the refs.
Most of the time directed at the officials. I wish people could know him a little bit better, and that's why I want him to come on the show. Is like so that people could like know him a little bit better because he's the best. Like he's a genius, but also extremely normal, which is so rare. Like he's so incredibly intelligent, but he has a way of connecting with people too. A lot of people don't have like that, like high level intelligence and emotional intelligence at the same time.
Yeah.
He's one of like the few people that I've ever met that do. There's a reason why he's so successful.
Yeah. And I also, I just get like a little bit of a kick. His wife's a gymnastics coach at OU.
Yep.
And so he'll be just at meets every once in a while, just like sitting in the stands. I'm like, I would have loved to just be sitting next to him at a gymnastics meet. He'd probably be annoyed that you'd bother him. But I don't think
he would. I don't think he would. Yeah. Hoopstock69 in the chat says, Mark's a perfect person. It's perfect. It's so good.
Okay, let's go to our next Twitter question. It comes from Tom WBay93, who says, how good is Jay Will? Like, is he working himself into more than the ultimate vibes guy?
I think that he is. I don't know that when everybody's healthy and you're in a playoff series, and especially if Chet is feeling good, like you want to play Chet and Nyhart. They are clearly much better players than he is. But like I said earlier, like he's a really good third option where if you just need, like if somebody's in foul trouble, which will happen, like Nyhart will get in foul trouble in one of these games in a series, and you'll just need 10 minutes from somebody else. Yeah. And Jay Will's
you trust him implicitly.
He's a viable option.
He's a good passer. He's smart.
Defensively, he has gotten so much better.
Yeah, he's just undersized. Like he's below the rim big guy, which is just hard in today's NBA. But the fact that he can stretch the floor, that he doesn't change the dynamic on it's not like when you threw Bismack Biyombo out there where it's like, just get ready for vibe change, right? Like he goes out there and he plays within the game. And the fact that he can stretch, and it seems like over the last month or so that, and it doesn't really, I don't think, bear out that well in the numbers, but it seems like his consistency from the 3-point line has increased dramatically over the last 10 or so.
He's 35% on the season,
which is not bad at all.
No, and
better than Nyhart.
He wasn't much better than Nyhart.
0%.
He
I found one.
He was not a shooter at Arkansas.
No, I remember vividly you talking, and even Sam was just like, he's going to shoot him, but he's not going to make him.
Yeah. So in 9 games in March, he is shooting 44%.
Okay. Yeah, so that is bearing out. So he is just, I think he went from, for some people, would he get minutes on a real team, to thinking, oh, he's a legitimate NBA player for any team that he would play for.
Yeah. I think he's a good backup big, which to get that in the second round is good value, and for also that guy to be a vibes guy too. Like he's always going to be a vibes guy for the team.
Oh yeah, it's just joyful.
Oh yeah.
And so
I feel like there's going to be, like, I would not be surprised if in the playoffs there was like the Jay Will game, to where it's like he goes in and he hits like
4 3-pointers or something.
Threes.
Yeah,
Dude,
and it's just like, what is going on?
How happy would everybody be if something like
that? The booms.
It would be great.
They should play the "We Bring the Boom" whenever he makes a 3.
I mean, they should. They got to pay.
Is that a Rizzler thing?
That's
Big Justice.
Big Justice.
That's AJ. Have you ever? There's a video. They're fair. I love those guys. But have you seen?
Have they done a LeBron song yet?
No, but you want to hear another LeBron song? Because here's a great one.
Yes.
Oh,
LeBron James. He's the best in the world on and off of the court. And I can't help but to glaze. No, I can't help but to glaze when I hear his name. What a beautiful final.
I love these. God, they're so funny.
What's the original? Do you know what the original is?
I think it's the Man in the Mirror song, but I don't know.
You got to find this out.
Well, it's hard because there's just so many. Here's another. Hold on.
Sunday evening, Ron is playing. Play any team you know he'll win.
Unbelievable. They're so funny. I love them. Okay, next Twitter question, and I'll find some more. Because guess what?
Will. They're all over the place. Take a song, put LeBron in it.
There's hundreds of them.
I mean, it could probably work for most songs, I would assume.
It can. Yes. Okay, here is our next Twitter question. It comes from @Dookie, who says, seeing Jay will get another trip dub got me thinking, who are the 5 best passers on this team, and why is Jay Will no lower than 3?
It's interesting because I don't think there's like Josh Giddey was clearly the best passer on the team in the past, but I don't think that there's like a complete standout.
I have my opinion.
I don't think this is a crazy opinion, but I think that Isaiah Hartenstein is the best passer.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think him and Jay Will are probably 1 and 2.
They're pretty close.
Shay's a good passer, but he's not great.
Shay's a good passer. Absolutely.
It's just not what you would ever say stands out from his game, obviously.
The thing about this team is that like almost everybody is a good passer.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one's bad at it.
Yeah.
Remember like Robertson couldn't really pass, like Tabo couldn't really pass, and they were like Serge couldn't pass. Yeah. Like they were just
the ball
guys
just stopped.
that just like couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Almost everybody can do it. Dort has gotten to where he's not bad at it either. I think Kaysen is probably underrated as a passer.
Just in general.
True.
Kaysen is so good.
He's been very, very good. He's been
It's
phenomenal.
funny, we mentioned it last Friday on the pod together, and it was like, I don't know if it was directly afterward or I just paid more attention to it, of just how much more evolved his offensive game has become.
Yeah.
Finishing at the rim and passing, all of those things. He's just, I don't know, the Thunder have just an outrageous amount of good NBA players.
Yeah, in March, in 8 games, he's 12, 3 and 3 basically. Yeah, I mean it's probably the best month of his career. He's been very, very good. And he can just step up. You know, when like Dort's been out, like he just steps up.
It's time to get mama
A
up.
little Sooner fan in there. Just yelling.
Get up! Let's go.
A little boomer sooner. Hey, I need you to zone back in and get on that Twitter.
I'm trying to find a new LeBron song. Okay, here we go. Our next Twitter question comes from @WatkinsB1531, who wants to know if Aaron Wiggins played for the Lakers, how much hype do you think he'd get?
Dude.
It'd be outrageous.
It would be crazy. Like there would be legitimate conversations about All-Star for him if he played for the Lakers. Like not even joking. Which feels crazy, but that's just what happens when you play for LA.
Yeah,
like Austin Reeves has been really good for them, and wouldn't want to like diminish what he's doing. But the amount of Austin Reeves conversations that are happening now are a little bit it's through the roof. And it wouldn't happen for almost any other franchise. But because you play for the Lakers, everything is just more flashy. I don't know. And Austin's had a great season. But if he played for the Magic or if he played for the Grizzlies.
I mean, it'd be huge for the Magic.
Yeah, he would actually be. He's almost exactly what they need.
It's like, wow.
But, yeah, I mean, it helps to be on the Lakers for sure. I mean, Rui Hachimura, like, no one thought that he was much of anything until he was on the Lakers.
It can give and take away.
It gives and takes. So, and that's
LeBron is I'm gonna go through worship songs today. But yeah,
that's basically what.
Because at the same time, if you don't perform, I mean, you will get scrutinized on a substantial level as
Definitely.
well. But they'll take mediocrity from unexpected guys and elevate it to greatness.
That's true.
But if you come in and you're supposed to be great and you are mediocre, like Russ, they killed Russ.
D-Lo.
Dwight Howard. I mean, you like go through the list of guys that came to LA and just flamed out because they just didn't perform at the level they were expected to. So it does. It can elevate or completely deflate
It gives
the player.
away. It's true.
Hey guys, I got a question for you. Are you miffed and are you piffed?
Miffed and peeved.
You guys miffed?
Yeah, I'm miffed. This morning we came into Andrew's neighborhood and
Oh my god.
the gate, the entrance into the neighborhood, the gate malfunctioned.
So you hit the numbers and it says open and it does a little beep. The gate, nothing.
So just a side story. So I pull up. Luke already texts the group, "Hey, the gate's not opening." And so I'm like, and Andrew goes, "Push the buttons harder."
Yes.
So I'm like, "Oh yeah," I didn't see the rest of the response. So I was like, "Yeah, push the buttons harder."
Yeah.
So I pulled up. Luke moved out of the way. I pushed the buttons, which I'm like, I don't know why. Once I now figured out what you did,
yes,
I don't know why I thought I would fix it. Like unless I just rammed the gate with my car.
Yeah. No, see, what you didn't see before I got there, I pulled up to the gate, got out of my car, and like tried to like shake it to see if like maybe it was stuck on something.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So
pulled back, did it again, and then I was like, okay, I'm letting Jay.
So I
deal with this a little bit.
Just try it for a second. And I'm like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. And I look at the text thread, and Luke tells me exactly what I tried to do. He's like, no, it acts like it's going. It just doesn't open the gate. So we make the decision. We'll wait for the exit. So we see this car's headlights coming, pull up to the exit gate, and we're like, all right, cool. Once he goes through, we'll just sneak back in, whatever.
Yeah.
This
guy opens up the exit gate and then pulls forward about 10 feet and then just stops.
Stops to where the
gate just
waiting
closes
for it
behind
to close behind him.
So I have to roll down my window. I'm like, sir,
this is gated. This is gated community gatekeeping.
Yeah, it's literal
gatekeeping.
Literally, he is being as petty as possible to make sure that he's not letting any
could not have
riffraff.
been more intentional.
Yeah.
Just like because there's like a little cross through to where you can like go about the act. He's just waiting. He's like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, he's waving Jay through, and we're like, Jay's talking just like, no. Like, as the gate's going, no, we need to get in. Like, this doesn't work. The
gate is literally going,
and the guy's like, and the guy hits his garage door.
Oh yeah, it's not working on my garage door opener either.
You're right, and now the gate's closed. I was like, oh my god. And then the second person is coming.
So that's my first miffed and peeve. My second miffed and peeve is I get allergy shots.
Yeah,
it's just fine. Mostly a decent experience, but the lady who gave my allergy shot the other day, I'm like, did you pierce the bone?
Oh no,
my arm still hurts. It's an allergy.
Really?
This thing's supposed to be just like superficial. Like it's not supposed to go in anything.
No, shots hurt like that.
It's not always. I've had hundreds of these allergy shots.
Really?
Not like this, dude.
Yo.
Look at this.
Means it's working.
Yeah, no. Look how allergy free I am.
Look at this. Look at that movie.
Which is an impossibility when the wind blows
range of
8,000 miles an hour every single day.
Yeah, I'm miffed. We're gonna have to probably get a new roof. Shingles.
Shingles
flying off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miffed-
you're like you
miffed
have
about
no
that.
breaks from the wind. It is
None.
just you're getting all of it.
So how many shingles would you say you lost?
10?
Are they all in the pond?
No, they're just kind of in the backyard scattered.
How's your trampoline doing?
I mean, you saw it. Did you see it? It's upside down.
Oh, you did that to save it.
No.
Oh, it just
The
blew
wind-
upside down.
The wind saved it.
The wind saved
Wow.
it. from
Just
going
picked
in
it
the
up,
pond.
put it right back down.
I'm gonna try to dig a big hole and put the trampoline underground.
No, please don't do it with just a shovel.
You're doing. You're what
Like
you're,
you
what,
need to get a little backhoe and just some earth mover.
what you're setting yourself up for is it's just it catches all the leaves. I think it gets stinky.
You can put. I mean, it probably will.
You
But
put
like,
a barrier underneath it.
yeah, I
to
was
try
gonna
to-
say you don't just put.
But then the leaves are going to get down in there and it's going to get wet. It's going to get stinky.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, the leaves could get down there, but it would have to get through the springs on the trampoline, right?
It's gonna get stinky, but that's
Just every once in a while,
your life, brother.
Just every once in a while,
backyard, brother.
put a little lighter fluid underneath there.
No,
Trampoline's on fire again.
That's gonna be that. That's not something you can accomplish by yourself. Digging the trampoline hole.
Do you guys both think that I would try to do that by myself?
No, especially with that
Yes.
bum knee, man.
I kind of do. I think I kind of.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
100%.
I
I
kinda
do.
think you would do
I've
that.
known you for a while now. Of course, I
think
do.
you'd do it, and I
mean, I know you had to give more things away recently. I'm actually shocked that you haven't like overdone it trying to do something that your house needed to get done.
Yeah, it's a good thing that happened in winter.
Yeah, you needed to be slowed down.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. I
saw a little invoice for a garage door.
Yeah.
Shocked you didn't try to do that yourself.
I'm just saying,
I got this garage door off of Temu or whatever.
that's way
installing it.
It's going to be way too. That's way too big of a job.
It's 1,500 pounds.
Trampoline hole way too big. Wouldn't have a job.
But yeah, well, I'll be waiting until like one day we show up and there's this earth mover out here, and Andrew's like, "Oh yeah, after y'all are gone, I'm gonna go out here and dig a giant hole."
Yeah.
You gotta before you dig, you gotta call.
Okay.
Gotta call. Okay, you don't want to dig and.
I know.
Before you dig a hole, call LeBron.
Call
LeBron.
You wanna
Before you play some ball, call LeBron.
LeBron.
Bum, bum.
Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to think of some too. There, just get on TikTok.
I don't know.
Just get on TikTok.
You kind of set the bar for yourself pretty high with Chocolate Rain.
You did.
I mean,
Definitely.
here's the thing. Chocolate Rain is so good. Tay should. I hope he's like doesn't ever have to worry about money again. And I just don't know if he's making that kind of money from a YouTube from 20 years ago. You make a good enough song, you get to be a millionaire. That's the thing. You know?
Did we check to see where he is?
I think he's very smart, and I think he's like has a professional job. I think. But
What's his
name?
name?
Tay
140 million views.
I mean that's good.
How old was he?
He's my age, so whatever year that was.
Is that true?
Is he really?
This was 17 years ago.
In 07, is that what you have?
Rocks.
That is wild.
It's great.
My favorite is if you haven't seen this video, when he turns away from the microphone to breathe, it gives me all sorts of life.
It's so funny because enough people asked that he had to put like something at the bottom that said like I'm turning away so the microphone isn't picking up my breathing.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
just
like,
makes me giggle.
and then it comes back to it. He's so great. All right. We're just I'm
Wow. Sorry. I'm on his YouTube channel right now. Okay. Anybody else miffed about anything?
no. I'm just blessed with all this LeBron music, really.
Okay, good.
That's a stretch.
They're all stretches. Okay, let's
I
see.
don't know. That one's. I'm with Jay.
Let's get to the next one.
I've not seen any of these.
I love them. I
Wow.
love them.
Okay, so Thunder play tonight in Oklahoma City against the Charlotte Hornets. Hope you guys enjoy that game.
I'll watch it.
We'll be back.
What time does it start?
7.
7.
7.
7.
Trey Mann's back in town. Not playing, but he's back in town.
Well, you know.
So shout out to Trey. Okay, hope everybody's doing great. We will talk to you guys again on Monday.